100K level excellence is what I want to talk about today. As I keep reflecting on this journey of humanitarian millionaires and creating impact at the humanitarian millionaire level, I was contemplating on how that process and that result can look like from the lens of excellence. Because I have been having a lot of desire for excellence lately. And I started diving into what that excellence looks like and basically how to operationalize it in my own way. Because probably there are a lot of different ways to go for excellence. And I thought, okay, if I keep looking at a lot of different things, I may not be able to be consistent and achieve that excellence that my heart is desiring. So I would like to focus on at least three things or three pillars where I constantly check up on myself as to whether I'm achieving that excellence or not, and how would I know, right? The reason why I love the 100K level excellence is because it is the antidote to dependency mindset. And as you know that my mission in life lately has been about how to help humanitarians gain their independence from the system, how to detox themselves from the system, whether it's a UN system or whether it's a humanitarian system. And in that journey, I have realized that I want to contrast the dependency where it is all about other people, other systems, making decisions on how we can live our lives, how we can make our impact versus excellence, where we get to decide how that impact can look like, who we are in the process of making that impact, and to what scale we want to make that impact. And my hope is that if I can contrast it for you, as well as I live my life showcasing how the opposite of dependency, opposite of victim mindset, the opposite of survival can look like, that you can see for yourself as to how you could experience that as well and how you could experience that. So therefore, my heart's desire to go for excellence and how that looks like, I found important to operationalize it so that I get to actually do something about it and um, experience the outcome of that operationalizing and putting it into practice. So the core pillars, the three pillars that I wanted to focus on in terms of achieving excellence is the one is excellence in character. And I will talk more about what that means for me. The second is excellence in client result delivery. And I'm all for supporting humanitarians to go to their boldest dreams. And the third is excellence in scaling. So let me talk about the first one. So, excellence in character. I thought, okay, what does that mean actually? Because I am very good at um, creating the results that I want to, and I'm now learning how to do that at 100K level. I am already good at, and I have practiced getting good at being determined, being persistent, being authentic, being truthful, honest. So then what I mean when I say excellence in character? And two things came up. One is no leakage, meaning no double standard. And by no double standard, what I mean is that whatever the things I do in my personal life, I would like to do it at excellent level, the same way that I want to do it at work. And I think this is very common to many humanitarians, including myself, where we tend to be excellent in doing the work for the system, being excellent at delivering the results and all of this. But when it comes to our personal life, whether it's health, whether it's relationship, whether it's hobbies, we tend to be struggling or wobbly or haven't figured out how to do that yet. Right. So that's why I was thinking about, okay, for me, excellence at work also means excellence in my personal life. And this concerns my health. And I would say I am pretty good on track on that. And this concerns my relationship. And in terms of relationships, I feel good about a lot of them, but I think maybe there are certain things I need to still work on in terms of relationship with my friends and excellence in terms of um, how I treat my time and my focus. And currently, I feel I'm still not there where I could really use my time in the best, excellent way. And a lot of them is, I think I tend to use it for creativity, which is great, but at the same time, the excellence in results of that creativity, I think I need to work on. So that's why my work in the excellence in character is how I lead my life also at the excellent level. And if I make it even more practical, I would say whatever the things that I do it from this is who I am and this is how my standards are and I love them versus doing it from a survival perspective where I'm stressed out and I am pressured and I don't want to do this right now or I can't really do that and I don't feel like it and all of those things. Right? As you remember, I was talking about contrasting the dependency mindset, which is all about survival, and excellency, where you don't take any excuses because you are in charge, right? So that's why I was thinking about, okay, I would like to uh, have excellence in my focus and in the way that I use my time. That's what I want to work on. Now, when it comes to creating results that I say I would, as I said, I'm pretty good at it already. But I think at the excellent level, it would mean, excuse me, it would mean getting the job done, getting the results done without feeling victimy about it, without feeling oh, I had to do this, or finally I hustled my way to getting here, or I stressed out my way to getting here, and now I don't need to do anything about it, right? I don't want to be that person. So that's why I was exploring how excellence looks like in the process of doing things without the stress, without the hustle, without the victim energy, without the resistance energy, how that excellence in process looks like. And the way that I can see how it can look like is where instead of having the stress and pressure and hustle, all of this, I'm replacing it with pure focus. And I'm replacing it with pure coherence. And if I go through every process, everything that I do, I go through pure focus, pure um, genuine impact, and pure coherence with myself as to, yes, this is how I would like to do this, then I would say it will create the outcome that I want to. So, in terms of the excellence in character, to sum up, I would like to use my time in the most coherently focused way on the impact without having any of those survival characteristics. And the second thing in the excellence in character I would like to focus on is telling the ruthless truth or telling the hard truth to myself and to my clients with love. Now, the way that it operationalized, or I'm operationalizing it now, and I'm already very good at that, but the way that I think I need to even get it to the excellence level is where I see my potential of how great of a coach and a human I can be, and call out on all the excuse and bullshits my brain offers. And the same goes for my clients. From pure love and trust and belief in their potential, in their great visions, me calling out any excuse they're using to stop themselves from going for that vision or living that vision. That is when it comes to excellence in character, which is, I believe, is the foundation to every great impact and achievement that we want to have, where we're no longer compromising or the result or the process, but going through everything in the from the lens of excellence. Now, in terms of excellence in clients' results delivery, this is where I have always believed that if I have done the things that I'm teaching and helping my clients, then they will be able to do that as well. Now, that has been true for so many examples, and I have been recently talking about my clients having several job offers, my clients starting their own businesses, my clients making their own money, and even my clients getting to $1 million level and me helping them to remove all of their obstacles. I can see how that is already in practice, and that excellence is in practice. The work that I believe I need to do now is for every client, especially as I'm heavily focusing on the group as of July, the work that I want to do is for every client who are part of that group, how they can distinguish for themselves their own survival selves versus their own excellent selves. And since we have both inside, I would like to help them as much as possible to see in their own journey of transitioning how they keep staying in the survival side of things versus how they can dominate the transitioning from their excellent side of things. And the more they see their own excellence in it, the more they see that survival is not even necessary in that process. So, up until now, I think we have treated transitioning, me including, transitioning as something that is so heavy, that's so difficult, that's so draining, and all of this. And I think I might have also contributed to the story of how transitioning is falling apart, struggling through, and barely making to the other side. I no longer want to keep contributing to that narrative, because if I keep contributing to that narrative, I will just agree with other humans that we're not that great as humans, or we're not that resourceful as humans. Humans who are so good at surviving, and that's just what we're good at, and we just keep doing it. And I don't want to contribute to that narrative and to that rhetoric anymore, because I feel that defeats the purpose of how powerful humans are. And if we really believe that we are, as humans, so powerful to be doing whatever we want to, then we should treat transitioning really as a road to get to excellence at a better outcome than the one that we had. And if we can do that, then we no longer are afraid of transitioning. We're just treating it as, okay, this is where we get emotional and we grieve and we say goodbye to the past. This is where we build the future. And this is how we're going to go through that process. There will be failures and losing moments, and we will treat the failures and losing as a way to where we haven't perfected or improved our skill sets, versus making it all about us and making it a worthiness issue, and then keep staying in that pity story or struggle story is no longer needed. Right? So therefore, if I can help every client who comes through to my world to see their excellence inside them as well as their survival part inside them, and then they start seeing that, oh, I don't want to treat this or approach this from a survival perspective anymore, because that's not serving me. And I don't want to keep my dependency mindset, dependency on the system, dependency on the survival, dependency on my emotions, and dependency on keep being victim to my life. I don't want to be part of that story anymore. I want to be part of excellence. And I know that I have that in me. And whatever the boldest dreams I'm going for, I'm capable of going for them. Then they will be able to see how transitioning is where they can dominate the process. And the third one is excellence in scaling and excellence in systems. Now, one of the reasons why systems that I want to build or structures I want to build is to showcase any passionate and loving work that I have done, and any coaching and any results that I have created are replicatable with these type of characters, with these type of skill set. Then it becomes like learning a language. Right? In learning a language, every language has their own structure of teaching them, their own structure of how to teach them more effectively. And I would like to build and scale systems and structures that help make every boldest outcome, like $1 million of impact, like maybe millions of dollars of impact, is possible and replicatable through these structures. Then I'm trusting that everyone will see how it's going to a driving school and getting your driving license. Right? Because we know that at some point in the history, women driving was not even a thing, and then it became a thing, and then it became now something normal that we do everywhere. Well, most part of the world. And that's because we have decided to emancipate as women. We have decided we are no less than any other species. And we have decided that we have what it takes. And we expressed what it takes through driving. We have expressed that we have what it takes through independence and having a marriage optional thing, right? There are a lot of different expression of that independence. And I was thinking that if I do the scaling in terms of how making your $1 million impact is an expression of your independence, expression of your excellence, then people will really see, oh, I would like to do that too. And it seems like if everyone else is doing it, I might as well do it, right? It's like also learning English. Um, a lot of people currently have even no doubts about learning English is something that you can do, and there is no rocket science. And I believe we could also do that with the impact. We could also do that process of that impact. So not only interested in the result, but also in the process of getting there. And we could do that structure in a way where we're no longer doing things out of double standards of what matters is the result, and let's get to that result at any cost type of thing. But we are intentionally crafting how the process is going to look like, where we feel good about ourselves and feel in integrity with ourselves, and then how the outcome will look like that we feel great about. So that's why I would like to use my excellence in structures that will ensure the sustainability and that will help people make it so accessible, whatever the results that we go for, that we make it so accessible, like driving a car or learning English. And those structures that I'm interested in building at the excellent level so that we can bring to more people in the world. So this is my 100K level excellence that I'm working on, and I would love to invite you to do this with me. And if you would like to have me as your coach, you have a chance to do this in June because after that, I'm no longer taking individual clients, at least at this price. And instead, I'm focusing on my groups. So if you've ever wanted to work with me, now is your chance. And you can book a session through my website or directly. You will find the link in the description. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Thank you so much for watching my journey. And I'm so honored to be sharing this as I go. And I'll see you next time.